It's not fine. That's what I thought. So I'm trying to remember what limited stuff I know about these endgames, but I always thought that Rook B8 was the easy draw. Maybe I'll be proven wrong right now. But if you play like Rook here, then you wait, and if the king goes here, how's everybody doing? We're starting the Title Tuesday here. Hello, Sar Charles. Looks like Title Tuesday is underway as well. Hey Frank, how you doing? Lawrence Trent asking for a restart. Well, sometimes when the Title Tuesday crashes, it's actually a good thing for a lot of the players, including me, because I always lose my first game. What's up, Anwar? How are you? All right. Is this this is the first round, right? Title Tuesday. Got more than 200 players. Round 1. What's up, Max? How are you? So it looks like Daniel Naroditsky is the top rated. Yeah, top seeded. Here he is playing the black pieces. I bet it's pretty tempting to play B takes C3 here. Hey, Bomberstar. Where's the hype? Well, we were just watching the Computer Chess Championships on Chess.com as well. And I think that Title Tuesday is up and running smoothly, which is nice. We lost a few. Well, that's always the case with Title Tuesdays. There's a lot of strong players that register for the tournament, and sometimes when it has trouble starting, that actually means more GMs can get in as a result because of the time that you wait. People can join in who didn't get a chance, but sometimes it means you lose a few players. So, hey, MJ Court. I'm not playing in the tournament because I'm just commentating. But this looks really bad for white here because Queen D3 check followed by something like I wanna paint a picture here. Let's say here, 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 here. Takes and takes. Just as an idea that you could already nearly create some sort of mating net with Rook takes A2 idea. So that already looks like it's on the cards. Queen takes E4. Is he going to throw in Rook A8 after King there? He might. Or no, maybe not. There's Knight D2. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. So just going to grab that knight there. But I'm sure Rook A8 is a thought. Queen takes D6. This pawn is really tender. Something like Rook A8, Rook B8, and I don't know how white deals with these two pawns. Yeah, I mean, this is just lost. There's no way to defend the pawn here. Queen B4. I mean, We can just grab this. There might be a more precise move here, like some sort of queen g2, queen f2, but this pawn still can't be defended again, so he's just playing here. He's planning to play queen takes d1, rook takes d1, rook takes c1, checkmate. That's going to be a nice tactic if he gets that to work. Okay, finally rook takes, queen takes a3, and this will be mate on b2. Nice game by Daniel. And that'll be a win in round 1 for him. So let's keep going. Zavin, Andreasian. Does he have more than a draw here? I don't think so. Maybe he can keep playing with bishop b5. No, doesn't look like it. I mean, he'll keep playing, I think, with queen check and bishop b5. Just because I don't think there's any risk. You always have that draw. But maybe he can get either bishop a6 or bishop b5. Okay, he's going for it. So rook here, what happens? Queen a5. Oh, he's really going for it. What happens after queen d4? Ooh, queen d4, bishop here. Queen d4 check. If queen here, check. Ooh, I don't know about this. And then if king there, this is a mate. Bishop d8. Oh yeah, he's lost now. Yep. No, I knew this seemed fishy. Seems fishy. No, this is not good here. Okay, c4, just game over. Make a pass pawn. Yeah. Don't know about bishop f6, but okay. Not going to criticize the guy's up an entire rook. d7. Yeah. e2. There's just no threat here. Okay. I don't know why play f2, but okay. Rook, king there, and e2. Poor Zavin. Mate in 1. Wow. He went for an attack there that, like, he had a draw. He had a draw in the position, but he thought he saw something with this, but bishop d8. He missed that move. Let's take a look at Nihal Sarin. And he just won because that is brand new GM, and he is very, very strong. Rook f3. What's up, DH82? Yeah, there's just nothing to be done here. Nothing to be done. Lots of time for Sijirov to just play bishop h3, g2, g1. There it is. Resignation. We're getting close to the end of round 1 here. This looks like an upset. Catalin 009 from Romania is about to beat Grandmaster from Russia. Very impressive. Wow, the big upset. Thanks for the update, Frank. I didn't know that. Apparently a bunch of people had trouble joining the tournament. Hey, Johnny DJ. Who's the highest rated FIDE player? Well, that's Magnus Carlsen. If you mean the highest one in this tournament, I'm not sure who the highest FIDE rated player is. There's definitely some 2600 plus in here. I wonder if there's a 2700 in here. I'm not sure. Probably. Jeffrey Zhang is playing, but there might be a restart, so we'll see. We will see. Christian Dobosh, what's up? Can Black win this position? Wait a minute. Why can he not win? This is really bad. You gotta bring your knight here. Gotta play like king. What? What? You're telling me Black can't win this position? Holy smokes. What do I know about chess? What do I know about chess? Apparently that position is not winning. Wow. Yikes. Restart in 15 minutes. Okay. Round 2 is already underway though. What's going on here? Is there a restart? I have to... Sounds good, Frank. Thanks for the update. Sounds like this tournament is going to get canceled. Hopefully sooner rather than later. These guys are just playing for no prizes, let's say. I think they're still rated, but not really playing for anything. So it gets restarted in 15 minutes because people had trouble joining the tournament at the start. I think Naroditsky would, there we go, would not be happy with this abort. So Title Tuesday is restarting in 15 minutes. It actually wasn't a Title Tuesday crash, which is, you know, unusual because actually Title Tuesday has crashed before because the server was overloaded, but that wasn't the case this time. I think it was related to something that happened just before the Title Tuesday. So in 15 minutes, we should get the next... In 15 minutes, we should get the next one. Okay. In the meantime, who's playing? Is there anybody playing? Not many people playing games. All right, we can watch this one. The server crashed earlier, which is why some people just had some hard time getting in to the tournament. So all right. Looking for knight e3, or sorry, knight takes e3 rather. So I'm looking for the tournament here, and do I see it? Okay, I'll wait until I can see it announced. Naroditsky is playing Bullet. Is he? I don't see him playing. I don't see him playing right now. Maybe he's looking for a game. That's the other thing I'm looking for, Miko. That's the other thing I'm looking for. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Let me change this. Sorry, guys. I had to update my title. Just a pride thing. Just a pride thing. There we go. That looks a little better. That looks a little better. Now I can relax. Now I can relax. Oof. Now I can relax as a GM. You guys won't take me seriously as an IM. That's why we had to restart the tournament. Couldn't have an international master commentating. Who's playing? This is what we wanted to see. King of the Hill. Yes, a King of the Hill game. Am I gonna play or just commentate? Well, I always just commentate. I don't think it's proper to play and commentate on the official channel, at least. It makes sense. That makes sense in general on your own stream, but not on the official chess Twitch here. Do you guys see the next Title Tuesday announced, by the way? Let me know if you see it. There we go. I just saw it, actually. Just popped up. Just popped up. Okay. So waiting for people to join. Whoa, Wesley So is trying to join. Okay, I understand why we... It all makes sense to me now. Definitely got to restart the tournament for that. Hey, I understand. I understand. No, but there really was an issue with players not being able to join, but that's been fixed now. There wasn't really any problem with the tournament actually running, so I think everything should be fine. I have no reason to believe otherwise. And there were some GMs who lost in the first round, guys. Can you imagine how happy they are? They must be stoked. Oh, I lost my first round game? Great. Great. Let's restart it, Chess.com. Yeah. Yep, Grandmaster Wesley So is in the tournament, guys. Pretty exciting. I don't know what we're watching here. Looks like a very high level game. I'll say that. But nothing is more high level than my bullet games. My bullet games. Maybe I should have taken that first. Maybe play queen here, queen f4. Once I get a queen trade, I'm pretty happy. f5. It's a nice looking position here. Pretty nice looking position. Don't want to allow rook g4. Bring the king up. Play rook e1. I'm going to play here and take with the king and run my h-pawn. That's going to be my idea. Just running the h-pawn. Oh, 5 points for that. Ooh. Ooh. 5 points for that. Okay, let's take with the bishop. Might do this. I'm sort of thinking about sacking there. Only sort of. Oops. No, that's an issue. That's an issue. Yeah, that one's not good. I'm gonna have to take that. My queen was getting trapped there. Oops. I gave that move. Although I'm probably just going to lose naturally here. I mean, it's a pretty good comeback. I had only 3 seconds at the end. That was pretty good for down a queen. What are you watching here? I'm just waiting for the title Tuesday to start. It's in 10 minutes, so just playing some bullet. Some soothing, methodical bullet. It's letting me take there. Maybe that is fine for him, but it seems a little weird to me. Oh, I just allowed f6. Jeez. I'm playing some real bad moves right now. Take, take. He gets the open file, but if I can consolidate, maybe even lose a pawn. I think I'll be fine. But I think he should have taken here and used the b file. He missed out. Okay. I want to keep a rook on the board here. I don't know why he did that. I think I can just take that next. Knight e4 is a threat. Is there no music because it's a chess channel? Well, normally there's no music because I'm commentating Title Tuesday. So that's why there's no music right now. It says usually I'm just commentating here, but just waiting for the tournament to start in 10 minutes, so decided to play a few games. Okay, let's take. Okay. Let's bring the king. Probably play rook e1, rook e4. Okay, let's take that. Rook d4. Definitely low on time here. Oops. Play king e4. Look to get that check in. Check, I'll go king f5. Yeah, so he'll do this, but I think that should be fine for me. Two seconds is tough. At least I took it. At least I took it. I'm getting pretty low on time here. Definitely not really in a bullet zone right now. Starts in 6 minutes, the Title Tuesday, so I'll play like 1 or 2 more games and then jump over to commentary mode. Gotta be f4. Queen takes, huh? Wow. The gusto. Should be the queen trapped here. Or not. Or not. Oops. Oh yeah, this is gonna be bad. That's mate. I didn't even see the mate. All right, let's play. Maybe we have one more, and then I'll get back to. Oops, supposed to be knight there. One more, I'll get back to the tournament. I'm basically hoping to win by position here because I'm not really playing bullet like I normally do. Maybe I have to play king d2. Maybe king d2 is the only way. Okay, let's take with the king. Ooh, that looks good. Maybe it's not that good though. I'll put this bishop on a4. It's kind of annoying. I think I just trapped his bishop here. Frag, I got no idea, buddy. If you got a subscription gift, then means you're a subscriber of the channel. You can use the emotes. But it doesn't look like you have the badge beside your name. So I don't know what to do. Don't know how to help you there, bud. Let's push. Don't know about that move. Oh, wait. It's not even... All right. GG's. Enough bullet. Gonna get back to the matches. So we got Title Tuesday. I see everybody joined. There's 275 players. Lots and lots of people. So 275 players in the Title Tuesday. So now we're here, ready to start the Title Tuesday for, what is this? Now we're in September. Holy smokes. Time really flies. September Title Tuesday. Starts in about a minute here. I can tell you that Wesley So is in the tournament. Let me see if I can bring the standings up. There we go. Or not just the standings, but the player list. There we go. So Title Tuesday, those are the players. GM Wesley So, Daniel Naroditsky. We got number 7, you see there, Nihal Sarin. He is actually a GM now. So there's a lot of reason to tune in this week because it's going to be pretty exciting. York Meyer, Anton Smirnov. I think the game's just got underway. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at Wesley. Haven't seen Wesley in Title Tuesday in a while, but he has been in Title Tuesday before. Again, there's no problems with the Title Tuesday getting started. The problem earlier was unrelated, so it doesn't surprise me that there's no issues running this tournament. It is very strong, Sunny. I agree. Playing against the French is Wesley So. For those that don't know, Wesley also plays the French himself with the black pieces, and he plays it pretty well. So we're going to get this line, Queen G3. And the idea is black defends his pawn laterally, and then if white had taken en passant, black would take with the knight. Queen G3, and if pawn takes, the queen covers the C3 square, which is nice. makes things easy. Knight e7, and if you take on g7, there's going to be rook g8. Queen's going to take on h7 maybe, and then black takes here and gets his counterplay because the queen is no longer protecting that square. Knight to e2. After castles, bishop d2, I mean, usually what happens in these types of positions, white runs the h-pawn up the board, tries to use the pieces. Black has this idea of trying to trade light squared bishops, and if he can manage that, try to play against all these dark square pawns and dark squared bishop that's still on the board. So we'll see if that ends up happening here. And I think K Greenstone, almost everybody reads Title Tuesday as Tilted Tuesday. Most of my experiences playing in it have turned into that because I play so badly, so poorly under time pressure. But I don't think that's the case for everybody. Knight to f4. What are we going to see here? Usually the queen wants to come out to a4 with this queen d7 move, or maybe he's just protecting this pawn so he can play bishop a6, right? So now white is an option. Bishop d3 means you take back with the pawn. Otherwise, you just leave it there and you take back with the king, run to g1, use your rook on the h file. So he's going to go with that. Bishop can go to e3. The pawn will maybe go to h6. The rook can lift. This knight is likely going to c4. I would take if I was black and play either rook c8 or knight a5. In my opinion, black's position is reasonable. I know that white is better by most evaluation systems, but at least black has a very obvious strategic plan of trying to play in the light squares, even though it looks like he's in serious trouble right now on the dark squares. Queen f6 is just trouble. I don't know why he moved this rook here. That doesn't make any sense. Rook a to c8, obviously. What is this rook doing? Nothing. Leave that rook on f8. Play rook a to c8 would be much, much better. Okay, so he's going to go back with rook to f8 now because he realized that he definitely needs the rook there. And after maybe what? Rook left? Rook h3? Maybe he plays it even more slowly. Knight h5 is an idea as well. A pretty good one. King h8 and then maybe the knight. Thanks for the drink, buddy.
No problem.
And then maybe king h8. Gotta have a nice cold drink. Cheers, everybody. Got my nice mug. Nice cold drink on these hot summer days. Is it still hot where you guys are from? It is still pretty hot in Montreal here. All right. So, bishop d2. Rook exerts itself on the third rank. Knight into f6 is dangerous. Queen into f6. Where's this bishop going to go? b4. That's right. b4. There's rook f7 or there's rook c7, but this looks very sketchy here. Okay, a5 might be coming. So a5. c3. So what happens if a5? Is he just going here? And then he's sacking the bishop and bringing the rooks to e3 and e1? Ah, yeah, that's what he's going to do. This looks bad for black. Takes, takes, takes. All the pieces come to the e file and the e pawn falls. Plus, don't forget there's knight takes g6, queen g6 threats in general. Luckily not so hot in Denmark. Atlanta is sweaty hot. Portugal's hot. We got people from everybody. People from everybody. People from everywhere. What I meant to say. E5. Well, with the position getting opened up here, it looks really bad for black. But there has to be a precise way that this is losing. Rook D1 looks crushing. Maybe not crushing. Queen F6. I think black has to try to trade the queens off. Knight G4. Okay, so after Rook D5, what's his intention? This is just over because Rook D8 is next. Yeah, he's going to try to do a checkmate on E1, but I don't think it works. Yep. Check. And Queen C6. There's Queen D8. Yeah, just Queen D8. Rook E8. Well, maybe it's not mate yet. He's still squirming. He's still squirming. I can give him that. He is still squirming. And after F3, there's Knight E3. Oh, so he decided to just go for the endgame. I have to say his Rook E7 worked out better than I expected. It looked like a last ditch, kind of just last trick, but he actually turned it into a chance, a drawing chance. Rook takes B6. Like black is doing objectively fine here, but we'll see if the time and the pressure plays a factor. Knight D5. Yep, and Rook C5, Rook B5. Yeah. Now, the more you look at this, the more you think that Wesley is not doing this necessarily properly. Rook B7 and Knight F6 looks like a tricky thing to deal with. Or Knight F6 first. I like Knight F6. Oh no, Knight F6 maybe King G7. So Rook B7. Maybe that's something. Yep. Knight F6 coming. Got to be very careful. Knight there. What's up with F3? Rook there. There's Rook there. Knight E5. Oh, it's barely hanging on. Rook B5 might be an issue. Oof. Knight F6 is coming, guys. Knight F6 is coming. This is game over now. Knight F6 is just lights out. You can't let the knight get to F6, but now it means you're just down a full piece and the game is over. Nice. He's going to take and he's going to promote that G-pawn. Rook A7. King F2, King F3. Now the rook is actually just trapped on G4. That's funny. G6 and Rook A7. And that's pretty sad, but the rook on G4 can't move anywhere. Nice. Very nice game in round one to start things off. Let's see. Nihal Saurin is still playing. He's trying to win with the black pieces here. What do you guys think? Rook endgame. Can he do it? King E4 or D3? He's going for it. Is this winning? That's the question. King H4, D2. You give a check and then you play Rook D8 and you take that pawn. Check first. Rook D8. And he's going to play Rook. Oh, Rook D8. He's going to play Rook F1. Whoa, Rook F1. Rook F1. Oh, I mean, I guess this is pretty nice too. This is pretty nice too. I thought Rook F1 was like a really, really nice move, but maybe this is just simple and good. Yes, as Greg points out, Rook F1, my excitement turns to embarrassment as I lose the entire game. And believe me when I say that's something that I would definitely do against Nihal Saurin. I'm going to beat this kid in the nicest way possible. And loss. So actually Rook F2 is probably just winning because you're threatening mate. I don't know how to stop that other than doing what white did in the game. And this is forced. yeah, I don't know. That's just winning on the spot. Surprising. Wasn't sure if that endgame was necessarily winning from the start, but he found a very nice way to do it. Oh, you guys all saw Rook F1, Rook F8. You guys are beasts. You should be playing in the Title Tuesday. Everyone in chat, you guys are all sick with it. That's why I'm the commentator, because I miss things like that. This one is definitely a draw. It's a theoretical position, though. So we got to see who knows what. I think almost any move is acceptable. Rook B8 now. Pretty sure Rook B8 is... Okay, maybe this is fine too. It's not fine. That's what I thought. So I'm trying to remember what limited stuff I know about these endgames, but I always thought that Rook B8 was the easy draw. And maybe I'll be proven wrong right now. But if you play like Rook here, then you wait. And if the king goes here, you play here and here. This is what I know about the endgame. And then your rook comes here and here, or you have this check. And alternatively, if white goes check, if white goes like this, you go like that, and you have these checks coming. And if the rook goes over here, you bring the king back. And if you push the pawn, then you can always go here. And if rook e8, you give check, and you take the pawn. So that's what I know about the endgame. I'm pretty sure that rook b8, maybe there's different ways to draw, but after f6, as far as I know, rook b8, and you take the last rank, is a known way to draw. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, on to round two. Just trying to clarify some stuff about that endgame, because black actually lost that position, which I always want to spend some time when people lose positions that are theoretically drawn. Any case, Daniel Naroditsky, top seed in the tournament. He's rated higher than Wesley So, by the way. He's playing Federtu from the Netherlands, it looks like. The Netherlands, e5. Maybe he's thinking about d5, or he's just going to leave the pawns like that, play rook e1. Okay, he's going to take. f8 queen was a double check, Stevis, but I have king takes f8, so takes care of both checks at once. So takes, if knight takes, bishop takes always leaves the bishop open to various attacks. Pawn takes, white's trying to say, okay, with these two pawns here, d5 is a weakness, but I have d4 covered. So I have a square for myself, and you don't have one for yourself. A small claim, but that's what he's saying here. a5 though is a nice move. It looks like disconnecting the pawns here. a5, deep in thought, because this already looks uncomfortable. This already looks uncomfortable, guys. What do you do here? b5, you obviously lose a pawn. Takes, you lose maybe more pawns. If you do nothing, I take here, followed by b4. Oh, this looks terrible. Terrible. This might just be winning. Yeah, just take on b6, b4. Oh no. Disaster. Bishop takes c5, queen c6, and then queen c2 or f3, anything really. It's just such a good position for white. Ugh. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, well, this looks like it's pretty winning. After queen takes a6, he's going to try to castle. There's b5 in the position. No, this is over. Let's take a look at Wesley So's game. He's playing black here. Let's flip the board as well. Okay, so he's keeping that extra pawn. And after e4 takes, knight takes b5 looks like a good move, followed by e takes d5. So I have to say, not bad play by Laver92, but he is going to be down a pawn at the end of all this. It looks like he is going to be down a pawn. Takes, bishop takes, king h8. I mean, you gotta play bishop takes, right? Rook takes looks a little funny. Probably just bishop c6 after rook takes. He does get the pawn back, actually. No, that's my mistake. Bishop c6 is not a great move, although he still decides on bishop takes. So white's position is kind of nice. Black's up a pawn, but white's got these kind of nice bishops here. Pressure on h7. I think we're gonna see h6 here. I think it's not a move I want to play, but I think I have to play it because g6 is just too exposing. Too exposing. Queen e2. He obviously has aspirations of queen h5, queen g6, all that stuff. But is he going to find time to make that happen? Queen h5, bishop takes e3, queen g6? What do you guys think about this? Is this too insane? Trying to go for mate. And if king there, we have a draw. Is that too crazy? I kind of like queen h5 the more I look at it. Queen h5, bishop e3, queen g6. He's doing it. He's doing it. Bishop e8, queen e2. Feels bad, man. Bishop e8, queen e2. He just had to go back. Yeah, I didn't really see that either. Me and my opponent there. We both fell victim to Wesley So's bishop e8. Getting that afternoon, very, very afternoon coffee in. So black is still up that one pawn. We're going to see... Ooh, what are we going to see here? That's a weird move because e3 is hanging as well. So e3, king there, rook takes, queen e2. Game over. So he has to play king there. No, this looks very bad though. I think white is going down here. Wesley So with another nice game. Takes. We have aspirations of, you know, rook f1. So if the rook goes down here, there'd be rook f1 leading to mate. He barely got that move in time. Barely. But, I mean, at this point, you can just take. All these pawns. Takes a3, g5, queen e3, and then take on h6. Looks good. But he can play just about anything here, and he's probably going to take that. And then play bishop to... Ooh, bishop... Not bishop d5. Queen a1, please. Yes. Bishop d5. Yes. A very interesting move by your commentator. Yeah, guys. Bishop d5. Yeah. Let's... Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, let's checkmate ourselves. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I'm bad news bears. Let's take a look at John's game. Finns. Unfortunately, it looks like he's in trouble with all these pawns here. Ooh, and the knight is pinned. Oh no, I don't think he can make it out of this alive. His own pawn is in the way. That's the issue. A5 here. I would just play a5 as black, or as white. I don't see why not. Yeah, a5 and b6 is what I think needed to be played. Knight takes b6, takes. Yeah, and this should be just winning. Rook e6. It's unfortunate. There's not much to do about that. Yeah. Polish Fighter 3000. Don't actually know who that is, but he pulls out a win there. Nihal Sarin playing with the white pieces here. Looks like he's about to win. Yeah. King to a2, and there's nothing you can do. There you go. A win. Let's keep looking here. Lawrence Trent. How's Lawrence doing? Buddy Lawrence. King d7, b6. This is not looking good for the home team. Ooh, knight takes b6. Okay. Well, now this is toast. Maybe he had to play that move, but always sucks. If you have to play that, it's just game over. So Lawrence goes down to Anton Demchenko. Continuing here, what do we think of Verdinate? This is Gawain Jones. Just been told that Polish fighter is Duda, who needs his practice. He's playing Sergei Karyakin in a couple days, right here on Chess.com. Jan Krzysztof Duda. He's a cool dude. Okay, what's happening here? Winning or drawn? Winning or drawn? That's what we want to know. Probably winning. Yeah, almost surely winning. Oops. He kind of messed that up. So what he's trying to set up is the drawing technique where the king goes to g7 and the rook cuts off. Yeah, he's setting that up. If you play a6, he's going to play king g7. So he's going to play rook c6. So again, this is the reason that you'd want to learn these drawing techniques. So just to show you guys, I think that it was possible that white looks like white is maybe winning here, or very close. And I could be wrong about that, but certainly here what he's doing is he's setting up this known position where if white plays, let's say, a6, he's going to play king g7, and if a7, the rook goes behind the pawn. The rook can't move because the pawn's attacked. The king gets too close. Then he's going to play rook f6. And from this f6 operative square, he's going to be able to check. If the king goes here, you check, 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 check. If the king goes away, you go back to f6. And you just stay on this very flexible square. So it's a good drawing technique to know for rook endgames. That's the second rook endgame technique we've learned today, guys. So good things to remember. All right. What do we see here? That game is over, and there's a few games still going. This one, though, looks like a draw, because black can just sit here and shuffle the king. I don't see anything to do. I don't see anything to do. There's another game going. Let's see. Wow. Oh, I'm not at the final position. I was going to say, how are they only here? Yep, this looks winning for white. That game looks winning. The other game looks like a draw. Ooh, this is going to get dicey here. Never mind, this is going to get real dicey. There's no chance for white to win that rook endgame I was just talking about. No. This, however, is going to be pretty scary. Yeah, just bishop takes and black gets a draw. Yikes. I thought white was winning that. He worked so hard and then just draw. Okay, in the other game, this is the last game of the round. We're in round 2 right now, guys. Rook e3. Yeah, there's nothing really to play for here. Hello, Jeegs in the chat. Okay, draw. I think we've seen this position at least 3 times. I feel like we have. Notable people on 2 out of 2. Daniel Derditsky, GM Wesley So. We have Duda on 2 out of 2. Sajirov, Nihal Sarin. A lot of people on 2 out of 2. So I'll update the standings once we get further into the round, because right now there's just so many people on 2 out of 2 that knowing the standings wouldn't really help. You can say that you're tied for first in the tournament. What's going on here? What if rook b4 there? Hang on a sec. Why did he check? Hang on a sec. What if he did rook b4 here? Isn't he just winning that pawn? I'm pretty sure that white actually made a huge mistake there. If I was black and I played rook b4 here, I'd probably expect to win. h6? h7, rook h4. Man, rook b4. Black could have won. That would have been very, very funny. Anyways, we're on to the next round here. Let's see who's playing who. Take a look at a big grandmaster on grandmaster matchup. Duda is playing with the white pieces against a very strong player from Iran. Iran has a very scary Olympiad team. The average age is like 15 and the average rating is like 2,700. And everyone is like an improving player too. Jimster sounds like a great idea. What on earth is going on here? Knight takes d5, huh? Maybe he'll play knight e4? No, maybe not. So knight takes c3, I'm assuming. No, he goes knight takes. Okay, but now this kind of looks good for white. But I can't say anything because the time is, black has more time than when he started with, so he clearly knows this opening, I want to say. We can take a look at Wesley's game. Whoa, Wesley. Oh my goodness. He fell for knight g5, guys. Knight c4. d5, knight e5, and this is a huge threat in the position. And he plays a6, knight g5 is just game over. Oh no. Oh no, what an absolute disaster. Oh my goodness, this is like, this is a crush. This is a crush. Okay, that's a terrible game. Wesley has an easy round 3 game. How about Daniel Naroditsky? How's he doing? Yes, I like to see everyone playing the London system. Feels good, man. Wesley playing the London system. Daniel playing the London system. Probably... what? Bishop takes c6. And... knight d4 is not playable, but taking the queen and then knight d4 is playable. Or knight e5 is playable. Gata plays the London system. Yes, he does. So do I. So do I. I'm a dirty London system player as well. Bishop takes c6. Takes knight e5, I'm assuming. Oh. Castles is a very, very cute move. Is there anything else than the London system in my world? Dancing. And Twitch chat. Those are the most important things. And if you can dance with Twitch chat, you're having a good day. That's the way I see life. Take. Trying to take on g2. It doesn't work though. No. And knight d4, he wants to play e5. Knight e5 wants to play f6 and e5. So where does this knight actually go? Is that a bit of an issue here? Long castle looked like a nice move, but maybe knight g1 is the only move. Okay, what's he playing after f6? He's going to play knight c4, e5, and say bishop back. Okay, I don't get this move very much. But of course, after knight e5, it's not a big deal if e5 happens, because after knight c4, you give me the d6 square. So thank you, Phenom Monkey. Nothing wrong with the London. Need some positive reassurance there. Bishop e6, honestly, looks like a fantastic move. Stops knight c4 and gets ready to play f6. And hey, guess what? That knight is trapped after f6. That knight would be trapped. So what is he going to do about that? Queen c3? Looks weird, but yeah, queen c3, and then if this, knight c4, and if f5, bishop e5. Yeah, that works. That works. Also, h4 is going to be one of the next moves played by white for sure. There it is. Immediately. You want to force black to either play g4 or take you. Both of them benefit white. Okay, knight c4, going to b6, and if f5, there's there's bishop e5. So knight b6, and I think white is just much better here. If f5, there's always bishop there. We're going to see pawn takes pretty soon, followed by bishop e5, and this looks bad news for Dreamist here. Once the bishop gets to e5, then you can like double on the h file. Yeah, no, this looks very bad. This pawn is irrelevant. There's always b3. How does g4 benefit white? Earlier, well, this position, if I play h4 and black plays g4, all of a sudden I have the f4 square for my pieces. G4, all of a sudden there's no f5, f4 from black to trap my bishop. There's no h5, h4 to trap my bishop. So this clarification of h4 and g4, that pawn's a target. It's no longer attacking these squares, and I can continue to play h5 if I want to. So it's just nice. It relieves the pressure on my bishop on g3. It's never going to get trapped anymore. Okay, f4, yep. Ooh, black actually did decently here, but the time is probably going to be an issue. Ooh. Yikes. Well, that looks like game right there. So let's leave that. Jump over to Duda, who, yikes, what just happened here? He just sacked a rook, guys, and played h6, and now he's going to play h7. Rook h5, queen, followed by queen takes f6. That's a nice sacrifice from Duda. Wait, what about e5? e5 is an issue. The knight's hanging, and so is the queen, and there's no checks. Unbelievably, there's no checks. Oh my goodness. He loses the piece. Duda is losing here. Duda is losing here, guys. Can he pull this out? Queen d7 or what? Queen takes c4, rook d1 mate. So he's going to check, take with check. Wow, what a game. a3, yeah. Queen d5. He's probably going to play queen d5 here. But white has very, very good drawing chances. It's probably just equal. King b6, take, take. Yeah, and white does have very good drawing chances here. Check on a5, knight c4. Oh, he's going king a4. He's going for it. Yeah, but white is totally fine here. White is fine here. I don't think he's going to have any issue drawing, that's for sure. Duda with the white pieces. So where's he going to go? King d6. Whoa. King d6 is a funny looking move. e5, probably knight back to c6. Yeah. But it's really hard to make progress for either side here. Wesley So won his game, by the way, and of course so did Daniel Naroditsky. Those are the things we expected. Takes, probably a takes, so you have the c-pawn as shelter. And if anyone's trying to play for a win here, it's probably white, so that's good for him. Eric's not playing Title Tuesday today, no. White declined to draw. White declined to draw, so there you go. White is definitely the one playing for a win. Knight d4, and then knight back to e2. Or he's just going to take. Yeah, that makes things simple. Okay. Just a draw, and we'll move on to another game here. Okay, who else is playing? Krikor. Krikor is playing. He's playing black here. Probably knight f. Oh, knight f4 is not possible. That was a check. Okay, well then this is just equal. Just a draw here. Yeah, I don't see any way to make progress here. The king should just stay on g2. Oh, the connection though, I think he's going to lose on time. Wow. The connection. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Abrito 99 had bad connection right at the end there. Wow. Okay, well, he lost. And now he's back. But the connection went down at the worst time for him. The absolute worst. Let's take a look at Wonderful Time, who is about to win. Yeah, easy win. Easy. King e4. Rook check. Pawn takes. b5. And then rook h1. There we go. All right. Games are finishing. Let's keep looking here. This game looks like a draw. This game's still going. Black trying to win. Can he find a way? King f3. Okay, knight b2. I mean, knight b2. I mean, I think he just missed a win. King here is winning. Because the knight has nowhere to go. And king e2, that's winning. So, okay, he just missed a win there. king g2 now. There's king e2, and there's no way to attack the knight, which is the problem. Or sorry, to check the king, which is the problem. Oh, just take the knight. Ooh, so he missed a win there. He missed a win there. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. There was a win on the board, but he wasn't able to find it. This game is still going. Can't I just take that? It's like, wait a minute. What am I tuning into here? This game, should be a win for black, of course. Don't play rook f3. Don't play rook f3. He was probably pretty scared about that one. So you go check. Oh, I would go check. King there, and then maybe king up. But he's bringing his king around, which is correct. Rook g1 you wanted to play, I think. Still works, though. King e4, and you have this check. Knight there. Check. King there, and then rook takes knight is an easy win. There's nothing, no tricky thing to do here, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a nice game. Nice conversion there. Yeah, and just push that pawn up the board. Knight e4. Push, push, push. This is the last game of round 3, guys, and we'll be getting into the next one. Probably after the next couple of games, I'll update the standings so you guys know who's leading. But right now, still so many people on perfect scores that the standings don't even show anything. So let's take a look. Some big games to look at. Elshan is playing Daniel Naroditsky. Both on 3 out of 3. This is a big match. Well, the games are pretty high quality. Indolent Lad. So I think that if the players were watching this stream, the move quality would actually go down. The move quality would significantly decrease. So that's how you can tell the players are not listening to the stream. That's the nice part. Rook c1. This is a position I've seen Eric play quite a bit from the black side. Queen b6. Okay, and let's see who is Wesley So playing. These are the top boards. No, this looks like a boring... This looks like a boring variation, which I am familiar with. I want to take a look at this game between Nihal Sarin and Rasmus Svane, because Svane is a young German grandmaster, and Sarin is an even younger Indian new grandmaster. So white has the 2 bishops. Black has an easy plan of b5, b4, and also potentially playing e5. That's another idea. So we'll either see a6 or e5. He starts with a6. Yeah. Knight f3, b4. So is he going to play h6 here? Probably. I don't see any other move, really. How do you defend this pawn? There's no g6. Yeah, you have to play h6. The reason he's thinking is I think he wants to throw this move in. Because if h6 takes, c4 looks like something he might not want to allow, having these pawns on the board. If those pawns were off the board, c4 would allow knight b4. So what he's trying to do is throw in this move first, but he's probably calculating this and deciding whether he wants to play this, because this also looks potentially really good for white. You get 3 pawns, almost 4. So he decided on h6, and now it looks like c4 is an option. It looks like c4 is a real option for white here. G takes on f6. I'm thinking c4, but I mean, there's a lot of other moves to consider too, like queen d2, knight h4. Is b3 bad? Well, b3 is definitely not. Maybe you mean for black. b3 is more acceptable. Yeah, I could take some more. Okay. Thanks. b3 for black would be a lot more acceptable than for white, so I assume that's what you're asking. But in general, b3 just closes the b file no matter who plays it, and you don't want that as black. From black's perspective, you want to open the b file. So what he has here is what he wants. Still, I think that c4 was a reasonable move. Hey, come at me, bro. How are you? Got the title Tuesday here for September. It's crazy. It's already September. People are going back to school. I think a lot of people had their first day of school today. Hopefully everyone's back from school watching the stream. Yep, take, c4. And white is definitely slightly better here. Queen e7, rook e1, queen d7, queen e2. He's just going to put pressure on that e-pawn. Queen a7. So if this pawn was on f7, we agree to a draw, nothing happens. Because it's not on f7, it means that white has things like queen e4, which is a massive threat next. Queen e4 looks good. Oh, no, there was queen takes f2. So probably bishop takes in order to maintain that idea. He's got to do something about queen e4. He's got maybe queen f7 to deal with that threat. But otherwise, white is slightly better, ever so slightly. All is well, no new viewers. It is. So, okay, looks very even, but if I had to pick someone who's slightly better, it's got to be white. In any case, how are we doing over here? Naroditsky and Elshan, very much in the thick of things, a balanced position. Over here, Wesley So is trying to do something in this position. A5, yeah, takes rook b3. Yeah, and rook takes a3 is coming. e5 is a very nice move. e5 is a very nice move. e6, right? Yeah. Okay. So now what? Rook c7. Rook takes there. Rook a7. And he's just going to sit there. King g1 he has to play here, though. That's not what he wants. Ooh. Yeah, king g1. Not what he wants. It's okay, though. It's not bad. He just has to do a lot of sitting and waiting here. h3. I would have played h3, but probably not a big deal. So if king h1, what about h4? That looks scary to me. King f1, h4, I think you just play king e1. Ah, he's confident here, because the black king can't move. Still, though, I'm not sure if this is what I would play. f4. Why did he take that, though? I don't know why you would take that. Seems unnecessary. Okay. Maybe f3, but probably it's just a draw. King f1. It's hard to say anything other than just check, and draw here. I know that Wesley wants to win, but it's just a draw, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a draw. Nihal Sarin just destroyed him here. This is what I was saying, guys. In this position, white seriously does have a noticeable advantage just because that pawn is one square ahead. Ooh, he took. Oh, man. He took with queen g4 check and rook d7. Oh, man, that's terrible. Oh, no. Okay. He got clapped, guys. Oof. Meanwhile, over here, this does not look good. What the heck is going on here? Knight d6 or knight c5? Okay, white is definitely better here. What can Daniel do? You gotta play queen d8. Yep, you have to play queen d8. It's not a nice move, but you have to play it. Maybe h4 by white? Yes, play h4. It's good. If h5, there's f5. Ooh, whoa, that looks like the wrong move. Whoa. Rook d1, game over. Yep, take it, and b8 equals queen. Ooh, Elshan, 1985 coming up with the victory there. Jeez, that was a crazy game. From both sides, that was a nice one. Let's take a look here. Bishop takes h4, rook to h6. Or sorry, the e6 is hanging. I can just play rook takes e6. King g2. Rook h6. And I think it's just going to be a draw here. Maybe h3 by black just to make a draw. King h3, rook back. Oh no, he hung his bishop. He hung his bishop. Oh my goodness. By the way, it's a very tough endgame to win because the pawn is the wrong color. So seriously, this is going to be interesting because, okay, actually rook f6, and then you really have to work for it. Rook f6, yeah. King there, rook f3. And you really have to work for this because this is hard to deal with. Just king back. You might have to give up your pawn here as black. I think you do. Yeah, I think you have to probably give up the pawn. Maybe not though. He's playing it well. We'll see. We'll see. I think he'll be able to get bishop b4, bishop e7 here. And then he should be able to win the pawn. But what I was saying initially was that once you win the pawn, it doesn't necessarily help you. Although I really dislike what he just did there. He just missed a win, by the way. Rook g3. And you take with the pawn, and then it's no longer an h-pawn. Ooh, he just missed another win there. Rook g3, why? Rook g3. You gotta play rook g3. It just turns it into such an easy win. Okay, bishop back. Rook somewhere, and then push this pawn. Well, there was definitely a win on the board there. Oh, that looks like a necessary move. Okay, what is he up to here? Rook back, rook there, and then rook b8. And white can take it because the king is the right color. So king there, rook over, rook down. But leaving the king on h2, on h1, is this enough? Does this work? Okay, there, and bishop f2. Yeah. He did it. He did it. Also, I'm going back because I saw another fun win. There's a few fun wins here. So first of all, anytime you have rook g3, it wins. So it means that in this position, if I go check, and you play there, I know rook g3 wins because if you take me, I no longer have an h-pawn. And king takes is just a cute checkmate with bishop to f6. So In any case, Krikor, after winning that bishop, he converts that to a win, which is very, very, very impressive. This game is a draw, and John is still playing. He is trying to win this position. Let's see what he can do. He's up a pawn. Let's go, John. Okay, so he's threatening to take now. I think he just won the game. Good job, John. Yes. There we go, buddy. Yep. Yep. King f6. Easy. Easy win for JB. That is round 4 in the books, guys. John coming up with a nice win there against 2600 GM. Okay, so after the next round, I'll let you guys know the standings after we get some results in. But Krikor is on 4-4 as well as Nihal Sarin. So let's get into the next round, and then we'll take a look at the standings after the midway point in the tournament. This is a big matchup on board 1 here. Big matchup on board 1. Wesley So, by the way, of course, also in the tournament. It's just that he drew his last game. He drew his last game. A3. We're in a time and off here. I don't know if it started that way, but it is a time and off. Always like this opening. F4 is a tricky move. Tricky move. Yeah, Wesley had a draw last game. F4. Now Sarin is in the think tank here. You don't want to make a mistake here. That's for sure. You're in the opening. You don't want to make a mistake. The thing about the Taimanov is a lot of the times you can just play d6 and transpose to another regular type of opening position. This is interesting. But if you want to play it like a Taimanov, usually you go for like a b5, bishop b7 type of thing. Bishop d6, right? Takes, bishop d2, and maybe slightly better for white, but it seems like black did completely fine to have the opening there. Isn't white missing a pawn? Well, white is missing a pawn, but so is black. They've been exchanged. Bishop d2, d6. Yeah, I mean, black looks fine here. b5, bishop b7, knight back, king up. Yep, that's right. Duda also drew. So a lot of mini upsets and upsets taking place. A4. I feel like I would have maybe played b5 first, but you always got to watch out for e5. So that's why he played d6. He didn't want white to play e5 and knight e4 and stuff like that. So bishop e2 looks like an easy move to make. Knight back to f6. Maybe he'll play h5 first. Do you long castle here as black or short castle? Hard to decide. Long castle looks just fine. He's going to bring the knight out of the way so that e5 is never a concern. For example, what I would actually prefer to do here is play this. Bring the rooks, because we're in an endgame. I know my king's needed in the center, but the problem with that is e5. If you take me, your bishop's hanging, and if you take my bishop, then I take this with check, and then I take back, and I win a piece. And knight d5, I can take, and you know, you're going to be left with some pawn that you don't necessarily like. So not that it was a winning threat or an idea, but you see the move he wanted to make was king e7, and he's played that. But he wanted to get his knight out of the way first. Do I know National Master William Lee? Yes, I think I've played him before a few times. I think I beat him in a tournament maybe just less than like 6 months ago, or maybe a year ago by now. Can't remember when the tournament was. But I see that he's got 3.5 out of 4. Really, really good. Some Canadian talents up and coming. Okay, so things look fine for Nahel Siren here with 4 points. Sergio Chess playing white is a mainstay in these tournaments. So is Alexander Lenderman, and let's see how he's doing here. Knight e6 most likely. I feel like I want to exchange this, but maybe not. Yeah, oof. He says no. He says no need. No need for that. Why is Hansen not playing? Well, I'm commentating today, and so there's not really a computer available, a good computer available to play. Queen takes d3. Where is this queen going to go? Is he going to exchange? Takes, bishop takes. White is slightly better in the endgame. Nothing catastrophic. For example, takes here. This would be like a dead draw. Obviously, he's not going to play that. He's going to play something like c4 if that happens. But even this should just be dead equal. Nothing between the players. So I don't like this idea of not trading. I didn't see any problem with taking that queen and playing f4 personally. I didn't see any problem with that. All right. Let's take a look at Wesley's game here. It's funny, it looks really similar to what we just looked at. Dangerous Armenian opponent, it looks like. But luckily for Wesley, he's up to the task because he is up a pawn here. And should be able to convert with this pass pawn. Ooh, that looks nice. Bishop d4. No, he's just going to go for it. He just, yeah, this is simple. Bishop b6 and queen that pawn, baby. a3. Bishop takes e4. Oh, or that. I would have taken on e4 first. Yeah, but this is just over because white just brings the king, and after bishop c6, black can't really move. Oh, he let him. Oh, it's because he's going to check him after. Yeah, as long as you don't let a1 equals queen happen, it should be pretty easy. Don't play king e5. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He played king e5. What? He could have queened. Queen. he allowed queen. This is the only thing you can't allow. He played it so nonchalantly. Oh my goodness. He just allowed queen. I called it too. I said don't play king e5. It's a very natural move because the bishop covers the e4 square. The bishop covers the e4. It's easy to forget that your bishop's covering this square, but when you go here, that you're just stepping in the way. And the bishop is covering these two squares, so you don't feel comfortable. Like the bishop's covering all these squares, and you're not allowed to go on all these squares. So you actually can't cross. But it didn't occur to him. He just played king e5. It happens. But black missed a1 equals queen. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Just winning. Oh man, you could have beat Wesley So, buddy. Could have beat Wesley So. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. Creekor playing Jeffrey. G5 is a threat, but queen takes f3 and queen takes h4 is just too easy. Take here now, and that should be game. You got to take, and then yeah. So Jeffrey wins that game. We wanted to check back in with this one, but it looks like Nihal Sarin is going down in this game, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately for him, rook d8 and queen. Okay, so a lot of big results. Let's see who else is still playing. Wonderful Time is in here. Oh, but this looks good for black. Rook g6, king g4, b4. It's got to be rook there. But then rook b6, maybe. Ooh, it's going to be a close one. These races, okay? King there, king there. It's going to be king takes e4 as well. Oh, man, these get so scary. These pawn races. King f5, rook f3. Takes, pawn. Do you push? Should be fine for white, actually, the more I look at it. What's up with this move? He wants to play this and this. Aha. The problem is he's going to check and go down there. There we go. Peaceful result. That game's a draw. Someone won on time here. Whoa. And Daniel Naroditsky still playing? Still playing, and ooh, this is a very uncomfortable position. Unfortunately, it looks like Naroditsky is going down here. Yikes. Oof. The bishop can't move, and if the king moves, the black king invades, like king b1, king c1. Bishop e2. Now reroute the knight to f4. There you go. And that's just over. Take the bishop, king c2, king c3, and this is over. White queens with check, but he doesn't queen in time. Black has that one extra move. All right, take that pawn. So a lot of upsets. I'll show you guys the standings just when this round wraps up. But there's only one more game. And it's over. So here are your standings. Can show them on screen now. That game is over. These are the standings after 5 rounds of play. We're going into the 6th round. We see Sergio Chess 83 with 5 out of 5. Elshan, who beat Daniel Naroditsky earlier in the tournament, is 5 out of 5. Jeffrey Zhang also 5 out of 5. And then we have Lenderman, Wesley So, Duda, Gawain Jones, all on 4.5 out of 5. So a lot of people chasing the leaders here, but 3 people on perfect scores. So let's jump back into the action. We're in round 6 now, and we have a game between 2 people with perfect scores. What's going to happen here? An easy draw, or somebody going to try to win this? Usually these positions are nice for white, where you get to give black the double isolated pawns and just play like that. Knight b5. What? e6 doesn't work. e5 with bishop b4 check probably doesn't work. What do you have to do here? Rook a5. I'm trying to remember if it's rook a5. Jeffrey knows what to do though. Why am I not in there? I'm in here, bringing you guys the commentary coverage. That's where I am. e3. a3 just, by the way, doesn't actually stop any of these pieces from going there. So the move was rook a5, which is what I was saying. I was expecting rook a5. White has these two options. Not right now. Knight check right now wouldn't be too good. But I'm wondering what he's going to do, because a3 bishop b4 is actually not that good for white. King e2 loses the knight, although maybe that's okay. And knight d2 runs into knight e4. So he plays a3. And after this, are we going to see king d1 or are we going to see king e2? Okay, we see king d1. So knight e4. I was wondering how he's going to deal with that. Maybe he's just going to play bishop to g3. What does he do about knight to e4? Bishop to g3. So that is what he played. I have to say though that this looks a little weird for white with the king on d1, but you have to remember is that the queens are off the board, so the king on d1 is not a major issue. We might see a move like knight d2 here. Want to get rid of that knight at all costs. Remember, this bishop is never trapped because I always have bishop c7. So I like knight d2, forcing the knight to most likely take. After he takes, we have knight coming to b3. We still have knight c7 as an idea. So knight b3 comes very close to trapping that rook. Hey T-Mac, how you doing? Where's the music? I'm doing some commentary right now. No music. Just good chess, good vibes. So I do like this move. Knight e4, bishop c7, and then h3 can be met by, no, not f3. You see what he's up to, right guys? h3 takes, and if the bishop moves, that knight falls. So for example, bishop there, h3, what do? f3 takes, rook takes here, hits the bishop. That's probably the best line for white, because otherwise things look fishy. Knight d6, okay, gotta take, and then play a3 probably, or h3 probably. That looks fine for black. King d7 is another option. I'm assuming he's calculating that right now, but I don't think it works. King d7, knight takes here, takes there, or rook here, there's knight check. Ooh, but maybe he wants this. Yeah, wait a minute. Maybe he wants that. Wow, what a close game here. So many things to calculate. He decides to just take it though. Play king d7 and next move play h3. Gotta play rook there or f3. He plays f3. Things are looking up for white though. It looked a little bit worse earlier. Now it's maybe not so bad. King d2 and h4 are my two candidate moves. I'm not sure if I like to move bishop h5. Okay, so these can be traded, or just king d2. He goes for king d2. Rook takes. Wow, these guys are playing fast. Jeffrey's just motoring around the board. I'm not sure I like that bishop on h5, but at the same time, it does put pressure. White is planning to play maybe rook b3. Knight a5, there's bishop b5 check. Okay, so rook b3, there's no way to defend that, so he wants to play e5. That's what he's going for, e5. g5 instead of h3. I can just take, I assume. Take h3, rook g1, and then rook g8, just move my bishop, take on g2, I move my bishop. So I don't think it's a problem for me. T-Berry. Bishop d1, rook takes. Don't see why not. Bishop a4 looks nice. Rook takes f5. Hello. Oh no, that's mate. I was gonna say rook takes f5. Hey man, win a rook or win a piece as a result of that combo, but no, he's got even better. Let's take a look at Wesley So's game. Sometimes these positions are tricky where you're up in exchange, but black has a bunch of pawns, but this one looks extremely straightforward, so. Yeah, this looks pretty straightforward. Maybe a4. So he's got to take that. Rook takes. Rook d2 or rook b4. I wonder which one he's going to prioritize. e3. Ugh. It looks like a funny move, but maybe it's fine. He really didn't want e3 by black, it seems. Is he going to play king g2 and g4? e3 gives away a lot of light squares, that's all. Duda is down a piece. We can take a look at Duda's game as well. Oh, unfortunately, it's like just a clear piece, no comp, nothing. It's not even like a interesting one. Okay, after this, followed by king c3. Maybe not king c3. Gotta play rook f5 here. Rook f6. Okay, rook e5 looks simple. Check and then take. Rook c2, and then he's going to play check and take. And then rook d3, there's king up. Rook d3, there's king up. That's nice. If only the king was still there, that would have been checkmate. Hey, President Chess, how are you? Check, king maybe a5. So there's no bishop b3 tricks. He wants to play rook takes bishop, I think. It just makes things so much simpler. Oh, rook takes bishop wins. And he resigned because he saw that. Yep. That's nice. So I think that this is going to be a pretty easy win for Lenderman, which is an upset win, although he's got a really high rating and 4.5 points. But still, Duda is a stronger player than Lenderman in Classical. But this looks like a big result for Lenderman here in this Title Tuesday. Bishop c4, g4. How does he put the nail in the coffin? This rook e3. Yep, that looks good enough. He had to sacrifice his rook, and now it's just checkmate in one. Now it's checkmate in one. Okay, so let's see. Still in round 6 here. Oh, the all WGM matchup. Oh, never mind. It's all WCM matchup. I thought those were G's. It's Abdodi and Teshin. Why are female names so hard to pronounce? Where do they come up with these? What's going on here? King there. Rook g5. Should be winning. Yeah, should be winning. Takes. Hola, Harstar. I don't know about giving that, but maybe because the H-pawn runs. Yeah, if you're an NM or a CM, you can play in Title Tuesday. If anyone has that title and didn't know about that. H7 is the simplest. Good move. King H6 and then followed by Rook G8. And check. White just goes down the board. Check. And probably the rook's going to go here, but it doesn't help because I can still queen. Makes no difference to me. Nice. So white comes away with the victory there. Let's take a look at Limitless. And John again is up 1 pawn against a strong GM. Nice. Very nice. Oh my goodness. Did he just win? Wait. Sorry, I looked at the board wrong. I was like, John's up a pawn against a strong GM because I saw his name down there and I saw the white pawn, and then I go a few moves forward. It's like, wait a minute, pawn's going down the board. I thought that pawn was going up the board. I was like, wait a minute. Because here I was like, oh, John's winning. Takes. And then he's got opposition. What a genius. Sorry, didn't realize the pawn was going down the board. Looking at it from Black's point of view, John actually loses that game to Limitless. Very tough to hold. When the pawn is that close to queening, very, very tough to hold the position. But Limitless, I know, is a very strong GM from China. I'm not sure which one, though. Tough game, though. Rook against knight, we've seen this one before. We've seen this one before, guys. Rook against knight. I've seen a lot of times it just gets drawn as it should, but I've seen a lot of times where white actually loses with the knight. See it every time in Title Tuesday. Hello 360 curve. Knight back. King over. So how many moves have they been playing this for? $78, and now we're at 108. So still 20 more moves. Still 20 more moves. Who do I think is going to win the tournament? Well, Wesley is a very easy favorite to say off the top of your head. But right now, Jeffrey Zhang is 6 out of 6, and I think he's going to play Wesley So next round. So I'm very excited to see that. We'll wait and see. Meanwhile, this knight is getting kicked to the back rank here. This is not what you want. Ooh, knight e6 though. That's a real nice move to see, or to be able to play. It's real nice because it's losing. So really nice to be able to play that losing move. It's always a good feeling when somebody plays a losing move against you. Hang on a sec. So first of all, I never like having the knight on these squares because the knight never works too well from the corner. The knight works really well when you move the knight, but then you can move your king around the knight. So how much of this was forced? This looks very uncomfortable. Yeah, because you can't move the knight down here or your knight gets trapped. You go knight here, it goes rook there. You have to move the king. Maybe you have to move the king there. I don't know. This doesn't look good at all. This might just be losing. Knight here. Okay, I was wondering like where this like loss came from. Rook there, and there's no king e3 because of knight. Okay, I was just making sure that wasn't like some sort of forced loss. In any case, Jeffrey Zhang against Wesley So. I'll show you guys the standings just before I jump into that game. Jeffrey 6 out of 6. Wesley So in second place along with a lot of other people. So you can imagine that this is a pretty important game for the standings. So let's take a look. Let's look. Jeffrey has been playing the Queen's Gambit Exchange the entire time. What do you guys think of that? Is that more or less boring than the London system? What do you guys think? Round 7 here. There are 10 rounds in total. Rook A7 instead of Rook H8. Juvalu, it's all the same. I just play King D8 in that position. More boring by far? Yeah, more boring by far. That's what I like to hear. So my London system is now considered aggressive or attacking, just by comparison. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, takes e3. I mean, opposite bishops here. I don't see anything happening in this game. Honestly, it looks very, very even. Also chasing in second place, Lenderman and Gawain Jones. So let's take a look at this game. What was the opening here? Okay. Pretty boring stuff. What's more exciting, the London system or the Petrov? I'm trying to make the point that the London system is actually a reasonably exciting opening when you compare it to some of the other stuff in chess. What's more exciting, the London system or the Berlin? You got to give the London system some credit, guys. It's actually a pretty good opening. It's actually a pretty fun, dynamic opening. Yeah, the Petrov is probably one of the most boring openings in some ways because it can just be so deathly symmetrical. I admire that Fabiano can play it so well, but it is certainly up there with some of the most boring openings. Anything over London? Oh no, we got a hater, Kappa. Let's take a look into Halsarin, see what he's up to here. Ooh, got this rook on G3. Developing like we're 5 years old again. That's what I like. King G1. Yep, no, this looks good. Halsarin 5 points, and he's playing someone with 5.5. So definitely still a big game for the standings. But let's get back to the marquee matchup here. B5 and just takes. Knight takes D4. Whoa, what am I seeing here? Jeez. Okay, D4 is going to be really weak here. But then it comes down to what pawns are more important, the center pawns or the queenside pawns. I have to say probably the queenside. And don't forget white's up a pawn, so he hasn't even lost the D pawn yet. Jeffrey's winning Chess Bay. That's right. He has got a perfect score. 6 out of 6. Crazy, but he hasn't played Wesley yet. Obviously, he's playing him right now. Wesley is a half point behind after he couldn't beat one of his lower rated opponents. But I think Jeffrey has absolutely destroyed Title Tuesday before. So at least it's not complete anomaly. Okay, so there's bishop takes d4 in the position. Now I'm not sure if Wesley's going to want to go for that because the presence of opposite color bishops actually create the drawing chances, in my opinion, or the winning chances. Like, having these on the board, I think, is actually good for Wesley. He goes here. He's looking for that pawn, and A4 was played. Okay, probably B4, right? Gotta play B4. So, what's more valuable, those pawns or those pawns? It has to be the A and B pawn here. I have a story, Chess Bay, from Millionaire Chess, for those that know or remember the Millionaire Chess tournament that was held in Atlantic City in 2017. I want to say 2017. Might have been 2016. Yeah, 2016, I want to say. 2016. And there was a playoff between a lot of players that were tied in order to go into the Millionaire Monday, they called it, where a certain amount of players would be like removed from the original tournament and go into a high stakes 1v1 match system. And Jeffrey, they brought all the players into a playing hall, and everyone was waiting around for the pairings and who would play who and what system to determine tiebreaks. It was a little like everyone play everyone tiebreak system. Everyone's waiting around for the pairings of the games to start, and we're in the playing hall after the round is finished, of course. And it's a huge playing hall. It's completely empty. Jeffrey is all the way at the back of the playing hall by himself, playing like a Kasparov game out on the board. He was like making the moves against himself. He was just like blitzing out the moves between like Kasparov Karpov or something, some old game, some instructive game, and everyone else is just waiting around for the games to start, and this guy is just rehashing like games from the past. It's very intimidating, and of course he goes on to do very well, but like I can't compete with a guy who's out there rehashing some of the great historical games from memory. No, can't compete with that. Sorry. Can't compete with that. Meanwhile, these pawns look dangerous, but A6, they're covered, and he's banking on B6 here. Takes and rook C6, but oh man, this is getting scary. There's almost checkmates on the board here for White's king. Rook D1. King E6, is that an issue? King E6 might be a problem. He's gonna have to play bishop takes pawn. He's gonna have to play bishop takes pawn. It's the only way. This is too devastating, I think. So bishop here. Check. Oh no. Oh, he missed that. He missed that. I think he missed that. Because then why wouldn't you just take that first? Maybe he missed it. I'm not sure. Are they going to take a draw here? I think it has to be a draw here. Yeah. Did he miss that? I'm not sure. So if he takes the bishop, what happens? B6? B6 looks potentially scary. And also there's this. So king takes. But is this a position that you want to play as black, or would you rather just take the draw? Yeah, looks like it's maybe just a draw. So okay, that one ends in a draw. Jeffrey's still leading the tournament. This is a very important game. Alexander Lenneman, slightly better rook end game because he's the aggressor. Still very, very balanced though. As soon as he doesn't play rook there, White is going to play rook down. So this might just be a draw as well, but if anyone's better, it's got to be black. Yep. Okay, they draw as well. What about Nahel Sarin? How's he doing? He's playing black here, and looks like he's going down. Yeah. Queen. And I don't see how he's going to be able to come up with... Yeah. Yeah, no. This is over. Okay. So, a lot of results means that Arash Tabaz here is actually tied for first place. He is tied for first place. Oh, I gotta catch up with the moves here. This is the position that's being played. King there. King A1. Yeah, this is winning, of course. Knight B4 looks like a good move. King C2, Knight B4. So if King C2, there's Knight B4. How do you do it here? I think you just got, yeah, bring the king back. Go there. There. Yeah, just take it. King there. King up and win. That's business as usual. What about Renato Terry Lujan? There's knight f4, but then all the pawns fall. Most likely is that black just blunders his rook or something. Why do I feel like that's a likelihood? Okay. Well, what can I say? I'm psychic. Oh well, blundered his rook. What else is new? I knew that was gonna, just knew that was gonna happen. This one is just a dead draw, and it's also the last game of the round. Oh no, there's one more game. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? It's the exact same game? It's the exact same game. What the heck's going on? There's nothing to do here, though. Both games should end in a draw. Lawrence, that game ended. Now this game should end in a draw. And we can check the standings in the meantime. Let's bring those standings up. We got Arash Tabaz and Jeffrey Zhang. I'm assuming they're going to have to play next round. Wesley So is a half point behind the lead. And there are 3 more rounds to play. Wonderful Time, Alexander Lenderman, Gawain Jones. See Alexander Katz here, Daniel Yufa. Ooh, a lot of people. Abrito99 had connection issues and lost the game. So that means he's gone 6 out of 6. That's crazy. 6 out of 6. This WCM from Bulgaria? Yes, Bulgaria has 5.5 out of 7. Duda has 5.5 out of 7. So, I mean, that's probably the performance of the tournament for this 2000. Because I don't see... I mean, people are overperforming, but that's probably one of the biggest overperformances in the tournament. Anyway, it's pretty close to the top. There's 3 more rounds. I don't know why these guys are still playing, but this is a dead draw. And yes, there is a big pile of people on 6 out of 7. The gray number is their tiebreak score. Yeah, 5 out of 5 from a 2000 is pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. All right, we're moving into round 8. Moving into round 8. Let's take a look. Oh, Jeffrey and Arash Tabaz are not playing. Have they already played in this tournament? Seems... I don't remember them playing. They couldn't have played, actually. That's weird. I wonder why they're not paired. Wesley So is playing Arash Tabaz. Let's see what happens here. Who is Eagle Pada? I don't know. There's a lot of players here I feel like I don't know exactly. All right, B6. H4. Well, I like to see this, guys. I like to see this. Knight G5, right? This looks like some fun. This looks like some fun. So H6. Is he going to play G4? G4 or I'm unsubbed, Wesley. Okay. He's not avoiding G4. Maybe he'll play G4 next. G4 or I unsub. Okay, if you're playing Knight G5, I subscribe again, Wesley. Okay, you win. I subscribe. I subscribe to the Wesley channel. The Wesley channel of chess. Knight G5, Knight F6. What, like Knight E4 now? Knight E4. I mean, G4 doesn't look like it helps at all anymore. Do you play F4? That's probably also an idea, but you have to be really careful. Rook C8 and Knight D4 comes really fast. Knight CE4 looks decent. Yeah, he's played it. I mean, that's the most natural move to me. And after pawn takes knight, there would be H takes, but I'm assuming most moves that black is considering are not taking the knight. That's what I think. Like he's trying to avoid capturing there. Maybe he can play G6. The threat right now, plain and simple, is knight takes knight, followed by queen H7 mate. Very, very simple. How do you stop that? It's got to be like G6. It's one of the only moves other than taking, right? Oof, rook E8. You're living dangerously, bud. You are living dangerously. Wow. With bishop C4 on the horizon there. Yikes. I'm looking at knight F7. That looks pretty close. Oof. Everything looks so close. Bishop C4 just looks like a good move as well. Yeah, he's just played bishop C4. Knight takes F6. I didn't see anything. I didn't see a follow-up after this. That was my problem. I didn't see a follow-up. I like this move because it prepares moves like that. Here, do we go queen takes? I don't understand. He's really taking that. Oh, Arash, my guy. My guy. You are asking for it. He's got some gusto. All right, so what do we do? The knight A5 move coming next is a bit annoying. Huh? F4, there's queen G4. I mean, there's a number of moves, but queen G4 is one of them. Queen F5 is also possible. Yeah, queen F5. Yeah, queen F5 is played. It's kind of annoying. It's like if you move the queen, there's just knight A5 and then queen G3. Oh, okay, that's playable. Maybe he'll go here. But there's knight E5, there's knight D4. I mean, how can we deal with all this stuff? Knight D4 is just lights out. Wow, feels bad. So he takes and plays rook H5. Knight E7. Gotta be knight E7. Ugh, bishop C8. Is he gonna go for any type of G4 stuff? Like white is very close to, right, like a sacrifice and trying to do that, but it's probably just not working. What do you think of rook h6? What do you guys think of this move? Knight d4, and it's check. Wow. I still think rook h6 is a reasonable move. I mean, it stands out to me. I don't know if that makes sense, but jeez. Rook h6, so close to working. So close to working. I mean, there's also rook takes h6 and then bishop f6. What do you think about that? There's king h7, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm looking at things like knight e7 here, there, and then you can take it. Anyway, it's all hopeful. Rook g3, it's got to be. Rook g3. I didn't want to play rook g3. Maybe just bishop e6 after that. Okay. Takes. Bishop takes b3? No, he's going to take that. Seems like Wesley accomplished something there. This is a wild game. I don't know how black is so comfortable here, or how he can just play this position, because I would be scared out of my mind, guys. I'll be honest. Yeah, g5. If f5, g6, I'm sure g6 is the move. Or, sorry, rook h7 is also possible. So here king takes. And then what do? This is what I was a little unsure about. Rook g8. And you can't move this rook because that guy hangs. Oh, that's nice. I didn't see that. Still, it's fairly equal, although with a4, bishop c3, king c2, white's probably slightly better. I prefer white. I prefer white. Rook f6 now. Rook g5. I think he's outplaying him. I think he's slowly outplaying him. Yeah, bishop c3, either b4 or a4. Rook there, he wants to play rook there. Okay, either b4, a4. Yes, he goes with b4. It's a close match on one of the top boards here. Yeah, Wesley, I believe, is outplaying here. I think he's outplaying him. He protected that pawn with the rook. He's trying to take this one, but I think Wesley is doing fine here. He's got to take, and then rook takes b5, up a pawn. Jeez, this is a crazy nice game by Wesley, by the way. Very impressive to me. Rook somewhere here. Pressuring that b pawn. Now king e6 again. You gotta go back, king back. How do you make progress here? So annoying. d4, is that the only way? King c2, king b3. a6, rook b6, king c7, rook a6, knight b4. And black wants to draw. King c8. Wow. That's kind of well played by black. I don't know what to recommend. The rook b6, king c7, and after rook a6, knight b4. It's very drawish. I mean, it is drawn. He will play it out, no doubt, but still. He has earned the draw there. Jeffrey drew his game, yes. I don't see any way to do things here. Got to play d3. Yeah, there's just not much to do. Not much to separate these players. That looks like a draw. I'm trying to find some other games here. Limitless is playing. Very strong player from China. I believe it's gotta be like one of those 2700 plus. And of course, as I'm saying that, he draws a 2500. Okay, I'll stop talking. Blitzstream. You guys know Blitzstream. And you also know Blitzstream streams. And because Blitzstream streams, you're probably familiar with Blitzstream stream. All right, he goes down there to Bashi 97. How's Wesley? Yeah, of course, back to the draw by agreement. Let's look at the game still going here. Rook d4. Just... I was going to say just king e5. That looked way simpler. Limitless is Wang Hao? Makes sense. I couldn't say for sure though. I just know that it's got to be a very strong Chinese GM. G4. There's a lot of strong Chinese GMs that play. Wei Yi, Yu Yangyi, Ding Liren, Wang Yue. Okay, and ooh, this is a very interesting endgame. From my experience, this is winning for the bishops. From my experience. I've had this a couple times and I've always won with the bishops. Who's leading? I'll show you the standings just after this round wraps up. I'm not sure what the actual evaluation of this is. I'm not sure if it's winning or not. But from my experience, I always end up winning it. I think he's got the good setup with the knight on g7 though. Knight g7. What do we do here? King g6. Knight e8. Or I guess he's going there. Okay. Check. Doesn't really get anywhere though. The knight on g7 to h5 to e8 is extremely annoying. This setup that he found here, I don't know how to crack that. I don't know how to crack that. He's got to get that knight back into the center of the board. But black is doing the best defense. Very impressive. Two bishops against a knight. He could still lose it, by the way, like in any moment. It's just that that defense that he did there was the best that he could do. Now the knight's on f7. I think he much prefers that. This is a much better version. Ooh, okay, this could be dangerous for the knight. This one could be dangerous for the knight. King g7, king g5, knight f7. Check. And then king f5, knight h6, king e6. Ooh, now the knight's getting separated. Bishop g5. Yep. Now this might be losing. The only question is, has it been 50 moves? Now I think he's probably winning. Bishop g... No, not bishop g5. Bishop e5, knight h6. Bishop h7. No, then knight f7. Now bishop h7. There we go. Now he's won it. I think king f6, knight g4, he has to play. Bishop, oh man, bishop b4, there's king f7. I thought it was winning there for a sec. I thought that there was a way to pin the knight, but no. Damn, I'm sure it was winning there. That's just a really... okay, I'm sure it's been 50 moves, but how is this not winning here? Jeez. That's got to be winning somewhere in here. Because right now there's no knight here, and there's no king moves. So bishop here. Knight only has a single square, so it's easy to calculate. But there's no moving the king over because the knight always goes back. That's what's kind of frustrating. Then you go bishop here. If the knight goes back, bishop here, there's king there. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it should be winning. But it's not easy at all. We're in round 9 already, guys. Bring up the standings for you. 7 out of 8 is the score that currently leads the tournament. And Eagle Pada, Abrito 99, Jeffrey Zhang, Daniel Yufa, and Arash Tabaz all have 7 out of 8. GM Wesley So is sitting there along with Krikor Mekhtarian and Duda at 6.5 out of 8. But we're in round 9. Let's get into the action. Let's take a look at Abrito 99 because he's playing Wesley. And oh man, did he play the Mora? Did he play the Mora? This looks like the Mora. He's playing the Mora against Wesley, and Wesley accepted the Mora. Knight d5, by the way, is a move you don't even calculate. You don't even calculate it. You just play it and you sack the knight. It's just part of the Mora. So Brito 99 also killing it here. Seven points out of 8 in this tournament is a serious, serious result here. 95. Whoa. What? My head hurts. This much is clear. That's obvious. This. Jeez, what's going on here? There's also this move to consider. There's like so many different captures to consider here. This one, this one. And then some sort of rookie one or e5. Looks like it's just a scary move. I don't even know if it's good, but I already have a draw here at least, right? King e6. Oh man. Like, I don't know what's going on here, I'll be honest with you. Bishop takes, okay, but now what? Now you're presented with the same problems, but I don't know if that's right. The Maroxy is the type of opening where you can have so much prep. Honestly, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. Are you taking this? Yes, take this. And then queen d5 is what Wesley wants to play, I'm assuming. Nice, that's what he played. Yes, that looks correct. Knight c4. If queen takes, is it knight b6? And then the rook moves. And you play queen takes e6? Oh man. Jeez. What are these moves? So he takes with the pawn, but I'm assuming there's an issue here. So rook d1. Rook d1, queen f5. Knight e3 is blitzing these moves out. Holy smokes. Against Wesley So. Queen e4? Rook e1 do you do? I mean, I see why it looks good for white. Knight g4. He is He's not even thinking. Rook E1? Rook E1 looks pretty good. Nope, knight E5. Now if queen E4, rook E1, so queen F5. Knight D5 does not look possible. Maybe it is, but rook takes D5 looks extremely scary. So what does he do here? Oh, man. This is scary. It's so easy to play for white from here. Wesley has 30 seconds. He's getting absolutely demolished. Right, so my question is what happens if he just takes? How is this not winning? Rook E1. Rook E1, rook A7, queen takes B4. Yeah. Queen takes B4. Oh, queen E3. Oh. What am I looking at? Wesley. What a beast. What? Queen E3, so it looks like game over. Castle. Queen A7, bishop C5. So queen takes A6. Yeah, it's not over. I mean, it's just Wesley did a good job there. Holy smokes. Jeez. I don't know how Wesley survived there. Queen C4 check, followed by rook B1 is maybe what I would play. Queen C4. There's also queen E6 and queen H3. He might go for that. In fact, I'm sure he'll go for that. Wesley So won by resignation. Whoa! You don't say. Let's just chalk that game up to well played by white. We just witnessed a cleansing of the soul, a baptism of the tournament. That was a crazy well played game by both sides. I gotta say, Wesley hanging in there was really, really impressive. Really, really impressive. Queen F1's not possible. It's check. It's check. All right, let's take a look at Jeffrey. He looks like he's in serious trouble. And right when I say that he resigns, because, yeah, that pawn's going all the way. Arash Tabaz looks like he's about to deliver a checkmate here. Okay, knight G6 looks easy enough. Yeah, takes, queen G7. No, queen there. Okay, he's just gonna trade. That's nice. Just a pretty easy win. King G7. But there's nothing here. As much as you can try to have some tricks with the knight, none of them ever work as long as white plays calculated. Yeah. And check to pick up the pawn means Arash Tabaz is going to be on 8 points as well. He is going to be on 8 points out of 9. We already have Daniel Yufa on 8 points out of 9. And there's only one more game remaining, by the way, guys. Only one more game after this. This is a really important game for the standings. Obviously, it's over. It's completely winning for, yeah. Let's take a look at Alexander Fier. But it looks like things are pretty much determined. There's going to be a very serious game or series of games in the last round for first place. Okay, takes, king f4, rook there. Unfortunately, there's no way to hang on to that pawn. Okay, here. Do not keep that pawn. Do not keep it. Play rook here and play rook there. Play rook there. Rook there. Yes. Do not care about that pawn. Do not care. This is what GMs do. They recognize that this is a drawn position, so they go straight for it. They don't try to pretend like they need to keep their pawn for any aesthetic reasons or they're afraid of losing material. Give up the pawn. Go for the position that's an easy draw. Hanging onto that pawn is only going to complicate things. So, okay. That should be a draw right there. This looks like it's winning for white. Just looking at some of the games still going. Yeah, this one's finished as well. This one's finished. All right, so all the games are wrapping up. We're going in around 10. And draw there as well. Okay, we're going in around 10, the last round. Take a look at the standings, guys, because this is where things lie right before the final round of the tournament for this Title Tuesday in September. 8 out of 9 for Arash Tabaz and Daniel Yufa. I'm pretty sure they play against one another. Wesley is chasing half a point behind, along with Sergio Chess and Wonderful Time, who snuck in the back door with 7.5 out of 9. So let's take a look at Daniel Yufa and Arash Tabaz. This is the board 1 matchup. Wesley is playing Wonderful Time, and Genghis Khan is playing Sergio Chess. So those are the 3 games that we're going to pay very close attention to. Sergio Chess is playing for second place here, or first place if everyone loses. Wesley and Wonderful Time playing for second or first place. And this is the board 1 matchup, 8 points apiece. Are they just going to draw and wait and see what the other players do? This is pre-recorded. No, it's not pre-recorded. This didn't happen last Tuesday. It's happening now. So I just hope that these guys play it out. It looks like they're playing it out. That's what we want to see. They're not going for a quick draw, which is nice. And Wesley against Wonderful Time. He's got more space. The counterattack is naturally going to come with f5. And he's already lashing out with h4, planning h5. Pre-recorded lull. I also see a match that's pretty exciting, but it doesn't really matter for the standings. Nail Sarin is playing Gadakamsky. But we'll focus on these ones as they do impact first place, second place, and third place in the tournament. King h8. The common idea is to play knight g8 in order to kick that bishop out. That's the idea there. I assume he really wants to play f5, so I don't see why he wouldn't go ahead with it right now. h5 doesn't look that dangerous. It feels like you got to play f5 here. Maybe h5 yourself, but it's got to be time for f5. Okay, so like I said, he played h5 himself just to stop h5 by Wesley. But the thing is, the more you do this, the more you realize, wait a minute, I'm attacking or I'm opening things up where my king is. And, you know, after f4, for example, or after f3 and g4, it's not exactly clear that's what you want to be doing. And anyways, white has the space advantage, so that's something he's looking to capitalize on. So I think we'll stick with this one for a little bit. I'm keeping my eye on the first place match, but so far I'm curious, yes, if Wesley is going to go for g4. That's what I was wondering. So what happens after f4? Do you play g5 or do you take on h5? Because the queenside play can also be for white, but black is going to make the idea that he can play b5. Yeah, white is looking to open things up on the king side. That's clear with rook g2. He wants to play rook g1 and take on h5. White's king is hard to attack. I kind of disagree. I mean, b5 is a pretty easy move to get. But the counterattack with taking here and taking on g6 is going to be serious. The question is that dangerous? For example, b5, rook here, bishop there. And just play this. Is this actually dangerous? The knight can't go, the bishop, like, only the rooks can go here. And then I just play king h7. I'm not that scared. Meanwhile, I got something over here. That's what it looks like to me. That I can allow the penetration of the rooks because nobody else can join the fight. Okay, b5. No, he's going to play there. I'm not sure if that was the best way to do things. Takes. And how are white's pieces going to get in here? None of them can go anywhere. That's the issue I have with this. So the rook can go to g5 for sure, but the knight's protecting and the knight's protected. So it's kind of hard to get anything going here. Yep, he's going to stop b5. But for example, if I play a5 and b6 here, I don't know if he wants to do that, but maybe it'd be hard to win. Let's take a look at the first place matchup. Daniel Yufa and Arash Tabaz. So, I mean, black's position looks pretty nice with the pawn on c3, but that's more of a long-term thing. In the middle game, it's white's position that looks potentially dangerous. Because knight d6, and it just looks like that's the attacking type of position. However, the knight on f3 can't reroute to e4. If this knight could play knight d2 and knight e4 or knight c4, I think that'd be really, really good for him. Is he going to play knight e1 to d3? He is. He's unleashing that bishop as well. But black's position is very solid, and there is counterplay coming. So I'm going to keep an eye on this game pretty closely here, as both of these guys are playing for first place in the tournament, and they're not drawing. Bishop e4 looks extremely normal. Defends the knight, allows rook a1, also gets the bishop on the better diagonal, in my opinion. But he decides to play queen e4 because he's worried probably about his queen being just massively offside on h4. Rook a1, maybe he'll play rook a8. Yes, we can take if you want, and then play rook a1 again. Or if you don't want to play rook e1, you could play bishop f1 and bring the bishop to one of those squares. Here knight e7 doesn't work. Rook d2 is an option. Knight takes is possible, but it doesn't look good. Actually, what does he do here? What does he do here? Knight a5, right? Oh, maybe not. This is not so clear because I can't take that pawn. Thought I could take that. 25 seconds for white. Knight e7. I was not sure that he should play it because of this, but maybe this pawn is too dangerous. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. 23 seconds. Getting very tense. Let me just quickly jump to Wesley's game. He's slowly making progress. He's not up material, but very, very tense game. I'm going to stick with the first place game just because everything's on the line in this one. Bishop e4. G5 maybe. Yep, G5. 20 seconds. D5. Depends what black plays here. Is he really trying to win? I'm trying to determine that. Or is he just trying to draw? King f6, d6. What's king f6? What a weird move. Whoa. d7? Bishop f6? Wow. I can't believe he just played like that. It's so weird. Bishop d8. Sure. g4. This looks very, very drawish. This looks very drawish. We had Sergio Chess beat Genghis Khan, so he has 8.5 points. So 8.5 is already a clear second, going on third. Or going on first, excuse me. And it looks like Wesley So is about to win here. No more checks. There are no more checks in the position. Yeah, there are no checks. This is dead winning. Wesley So, 8.5 points as well. Let's get back to that first place game. If this is a draw, there's going to be a lot of people tied for first place. If somehow either player can find a way to win, they win the entire tournament just like that. Jeez. Rook c8. Okay, king b7. No, he goes there. c2 now, I can just take it. Wait, what about now c2? Oh, never mind. Take and d8. All the same stuff. Okay, bishop c7. Are they going to draw with rook e8, bishop b6? c2, okay, so takes. Takes. Queen takes, right? And rook c3. So black's going to try to win here. And he's going to have to sack one of these pawns here with h4 or f4. Because right now, this one pawn, the hero, is stopping all three of white's pawns. Very embarrassing. Wow, rook there. f3. Okay, this looks like a draw again. King comes over here. Tiebreak rules, the cash gets shared, but the tiebreaks determine who finishes first, second, and third. So technically someone is going to win the tournament on tiebreaks, but the cash gets shared, the prizes. It's close to a win, but is it a win? King e4, there's rook check, and there, I think. The thing is, king there, rook there. If you block with the rook, I can actually take it. So king there, now he's just going to push the pawn. He's going to sack the rook, and it's just going to be a draw, guys. So it looks like a lot of people tied for first place in this tournament. This is the final round. We're getting close to the end here. Wesley So and Sergio Chess have 8.5 out of 10, and both of these players right here on your screen, it looks like they're going to draw and therefore also have 8.5 out of 10. And there it is, a draw. Wow. Well, let's finish watching some of the remaining games. This is a dead draw. This one could be a win for black. Let's see. But the results, it's going to be what looks like a four-way tie for first place. Four-way tie for first place. Oh, he just allowed a queen trade. I don't know if that's like the end of the world or not. King f7 looks right. Nice move. King d6, a5 forced, take, king c5, king e6. And king c4. king d6. No, c4, king d7, or king e5. But I like king d7, yeah. And black wins here. Black wins. Wow. Okay, so that result is in. How many more games are there? Just a couple, I think. This is an easy win for white here. And this is the last game. Drawn by agreement. I had a game like this in a previous Title Tuesday, except the black king was down here, so it was much different. So let's bring up the standings of the tournament. First of all, Sergio Chess, Grandmaster Wesley So, Arash Tabaz, and Daniel Yufa tied for first place with 8.5 out of 10. So even though two other players got 8 out of 10, it just wasn't even enough for a podium finish. 8 out of 10 is a tremendous score from Gadin Bailey and Eagle Pada, but not enough. Not enough. 4 players tied for first place. Sergio Chess takes first place on tie breaks, and it's a tie break by 0.25 that he takes first place. Wesley takes second. Arash takes third, but even Daniel Yufa will get a part of the same prize money as all the players above him. So the four players will share all the prizes from Title Tuesday this month. That's for September. So congrats to those 4 players. Congrats to everyone who played. Anyone who had a big upset in the tournament, way to go. Sergio Chess is a regular in these Title Tuesday events and on Chess.com, so he's definitely not a name unknown to most here. But thanks for watching, everybody. We had a long stream today. We did the computer chess championships earlier today. Segued that right into Title Tuesday. There was a little hiccup at the beginning with Title Tuesday, but thanks for waiting around for that. And then basically we had a flawless tournament. So everything ran smoothly. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I have a happy hour show on Thursday this week, so I'll be back. That'll be on twitch.tv/chessbravo. And apart from that, make sure to tune in to Gotham Chess, who I've been told is doing the after show right now. So thanks everybody for watching. Hope you had fun, and I'll be back on Thursday on the Chess Bra channel. So take care everybody, and bye for now.